Hello, I will be talking about data types today in this video for Unit 5 discussion. First off, I think it is important to really know that data types can improve or decrease performance for any software application, and this is due to how we store them and how we access them or retrieve them. So the three main data types that we have here are primitive types, collections, and then actual objects. For primitive types, these are usually very straightforward. We have int, string, characters, doubles, boolean, which is for true and false. So for integers, for example, when you're storing numbers, you want to use this data type int, depending on the programming language you're working on. For strings, this is usually to store a text, a string of letters. For characters, it is usually just one character, the letter A, the digit 8. For double, it's to store numbers that are decimals. And so again, these are pretty straightforward. So if you're writing a program that involves simple calculations, these can be used. For arrays or array lists and collections in general, these are usually used to store a list of items. It can be a list of integers, a list of strings, a list of characters, and each item in the list or in the array can be accessed using its index. The most important one here is objects, in my opinion. And this is because objects can be built based on the problem we are solving. And all objects can have any type of data type in them. A good example is a student. We can build a class called student, and we can have the student's ID, which is going to be which can be stored as an integer, but depending on the length, we can store it as a string of numbers. So when we build objects again, it has to be an attribute of that item that we're building for. So the example I'm giving is a student. So we have a student ID, student name is going to be a string. We have the student courses, a list of courses. We can store that one as an array. And so if we want to access the student's first course, it will be index 0, for example. Another item that we can use is the student's location. This can be their address, or it can be the dorm that they're living in on campus. So this is just a summary of how data types and objects work. Thank you very much.